Have you ever wondered why your journey seems more difficult than others? Why the obstacles you face feel insurmountable, as though they were specifically designed to block your path from the very beginning? Why does it sometimes feel like the entire world conspires against you, as if every turn you take brings you face to face with yet another challenge? Chosen ones, this message is for you. As followers of Christ, we are not strangers to trials and tribulations. But we also know that these struggles are never without purpose. We are marked for greatness, set apart by a divine calling that transcends the limitations of this world. Your life, though often shadowed with hardship, is filled with the divine resilience and light, a light that threatens the darkness around it. The world may try to obscure or diminish your spirit, but your strength, drawn from God's purpose, cannot be extinguished. As Jesus said in Matthew 5 verse 14, "You are the light of the world." A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. You are a light to those around you, whether they acknowledge it or not. Your presence itself becomes a beacon of hope, a reflection of the divine within. This divine light that you carry is not something you earn through your efforts, nor is it something you can lose through failure. It is a gift bestowed upon you by God, a light that shines from within. As the Apostle Paul writes in 2 Corinthians 4 verse 7, "But we have this treasure in jars of clay, to show that this all-surpassing power is from God, and not from us. The strength and resilience you display are not of your own making. They are signs of God's grace, a testament to His plan for your life. The very essence of your being is filled with purpose, and even in your most trying moments, it is a reminder that you are not walking alone. From the moment you were conceived, God set you apart. Your life is not an accident, nor are the difficulties you face random occurrences. You have been chosen for a greater mission, one that only your soul could fulfill. It is through your struggles and trials that you come to realize this divine purpose. As the psalmist declares, "For you created my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." Psalm 139 verse 13 to 14. Your journey, though fraught with difficulty, is part of God's greater plan for you. Each trial you face, each obstacle you overcome, brings you closer to the fulfillment of that divine calling. It is often in the most challenging moments that the presence of God becomes most apparent. You may feel as though you are battling forces greater than yourself, but remember that this is exactly what God has equipped you for. Ephesians 6 verse 10 to 11 urges us, "Finally, be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Put on the full armor of God, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes." The armor of God, the strength, wisdom, and resilience that He provides, protects you as you walk through the trials of life. Though the world may seem to turn against you, remember that God is always with you, guiding you through each storm. Your spirit is built for endurance, and through your faith, you will emerge victorious. You may not always understand the reasons behind the hardships you face, but trust that God has a plan for your life. This wisdom is something innate to your spirit, a deeper knowing that speaks to the core of who you are. In the moments when you don't have the answers, when the path seems unclear, remember that God knows the way. Proverbs 3 verse 5 to 6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." Trust in His guidance, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. Your faith will lead you to places that you cannot yet imagine, and it is through your unwavering trust in God that you find clarity. This wisdom you carry isn't simply for your own benefit. It is a light that others can see, even when they don't fully understand it. Your very presence can be a source of healing for those around you. In the same way that Jesus healed the sick and gave hope to the broken, your spirit has the ability to bring comfort and healing to those in need. People may be drawn to you, sharing their burdens, seeking solace in your presence. This is not by chance. This is part of your divine calling. As Jesus said in Matthew 11 verse 28 to 30, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." Your spirit, aligned with Christ's, becomes a vessel through which His peace flows, offering respite to those who are tired, burdened, and seeking healing. But there is more to this divine calling than simply offering peace to others. As a chosen one, you carry a resilience that is beyond comprehension. The challenges you face, though immense, are not meant to break you. They are meant to shape you. James 1 verse 2-4 speaks to this truth. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Every trial you face builds your endurance, preparing you for the next step in your journey. The world may see your struggles as weaknesses, but in truth, they are the very things that strengthen your faith and deepen your dependence on God. Your resilience is not born from your own strength, but from the strength God provides. When you face the storms of life, you are not relying on your own understanding or abilities, but on God's unfailing love and support. Isaiah 40 verse 29-31 reminds us, He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. This is the promise of God, that those who trust in Him will find strength even in their weakest moments, and He will carry them through to victory. As you continue to walk the path laid before you, remember that you are not alone. The challenges you face are not there to defeat you, but to refine you. God's plan for your life is unfolding in ways you may not yet understand, but you can trust that His timing is perfect. Romans 8 verse 28 assures us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Every struggle, every trial, is part of a greater story, a story that leads to the fulfillment of God's purpose for your life. Your presence in this world is a reminder of the light that can never be extinguished. You are a vessel of God's truth, His wisdom, and His love. Just by being who you are, you challenge the darkness around you, bringing light to the world. And though the path may be difficult, remember that you are walking in the footsteps of those who have gone before you, men and women of faith who faced their own trials and emerged victorious. In Hebrews 12 verse 1-2, we are reminded, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. Trust in the journey, trust in God's plan, and know that your struggles are not in vain. You are chosen for such a time as this, and your light will shine brightly, no matter the darkness that tries to surround you. Keep walking with faith, for the Lord is with you every step of the way. From the moment you entered this world, they sensed something in you, something that posed a danger to the way things are. To those who seek to maintain darkness, you are not simply a person, you are a threat. You, the chosen one, are seen as a disruptor, an anomaly in a world that prefers order, an order based on lies, manipulation, and control. The systems that benefit from this order know that the power within you could unravel everything they have worked to build. For those who thrive on such darkness, your existence challenges the very foundation upon which they stand. These forces, though unseen, are always at work, and their goal is simple: to prevent you from fully realizing your power. From the very start, they set obstacles in your path, hoping to dim the light that radiates from within you. Whether through subtle manipulation or overt discouragement, they have always sought to keep you small. But this wasn't just a random series of attacks, it was a concerted effort to break you down. They feared the potential you carried, and in doing so, they sought to control you. These efforts to sabotage or discourage you are not merely personal attacks, they are part of a larger attempt to maintain a reality based on fear. A reality where questioning the system is dangerous and where individuality is suppressed. You challenge this reality, and as such, you are seen as an enemy to the forces that benefit from it. They know that if you were to fully embrace your power, you could influence others to awaken, to see through the lies, to reclaim their own light. You, chosen one, have the potential to ignite change on a massive scale. You could inspire others to break free from their chains, to reject the fear that holds them back, and to reclaim their own purpose. This is why they fear you so much. Even as a child, you may have felt that something was always working against you. Perhaps you wondered why life seemed harder for you than for others. This is because the world sensed the power within you long before you could understand it. Chosen ones often endure hardships from the very beginning, because the world recognizes the immense power they carry, one that threatens the status quo, a power that refuses to be silenced or hidden. The forces that thrive in darkness sense the light within you, and they see it as a threat. This is why, even in childhood, you may have found yourself facing unexplainable resistance, whether from people around you, institutions, or even within your own family. The light in you shines brightly, and the shadows cannot bear it. This might have manifested as criticism from others or situations that left you feeling isolated, misunderstood, or even unsupported. But these challenges were never truly meant to break you. They were meant to prepare you for the strength that you were destined to develop. Just as diamonds are formed under pressure, and swords are made stronger through fire, your spirit was placed under intense trials to sharpen your resilience and make you unbreakable. Every hardship you faced has added another layer of strength, another layer of wisdom, another layer of understanding. Through every battle, you've grown. Through every setback, you've risen stronger. You may have wondered why others seem to go through life untouched by the depth of struggle you have known. It often seems like some people glide through life with little to no resistance, while you face challenge after challenge. The reason for this is simple: their purpose does not threaten the same systems that yours does. You carry a light that disrupts, they do not. The very essence of who you are, what you were meant to achieve, challenges the structures that benefit from complacency. Your path is not meant to be easy, because the work you are meant to do is monumental. This is not a judgment of worth, but rather a reflection of the path you were destined to walk. The world sees you as a force capable of change, and for that, it has tried to mold you in ways that others would never experience. These early hardships often serve as a wake-up call to your own resilience. Perhaps there were times when you felt completely overwhelmed, times when you questioned your own strength or purpose. There were moments when you wondered if you could continue, if you could push through one more obstacle. But despite those moments of doubt, you survived each and every one of them. And in doing so, you learned the depth of your own power. The world's attempts to break you didn't crush you, they taught you how to bend, how to adapt, how to endure. And in bending, you became unbreakable. While these experiences were painful, they also served as a testament to your destined impact. Had you been without struggles, you would not be the person you are today. You would not have the empathy, the wisdom, the understanding, or the strength that now defines you. Every challenge, every tear, every trial has been a step toward the person you were always meant to become. It was through your struggles that you discovered your light, and it was through those struggles that you learned to protect that light fiercely. You learned to guard your spirit against the forces that sought to dim it. So, understand that these hardships, these attacks on your spirit, were never random. They were not mere coincidences, nor were they simply bad luck. They were attempts to silence something that cannot be silenced. They were efforts to extinguish a light that shines too brightly to be ignored. Your resilience in the face of these challenges is proof of the truth that no force, no matter how dark, can ever truly contain you. Every battle you've faced, every difficulty you've endured, has brought you one step closer to fulfilling the purpose you were meant for. You are still standing. And that, in itself, is the proof that the world, no matter how it has tried, cannot break you. You are feared because you do not bow to manipulation. Unlike others, you are not easily swayed by the illusions and distractions that trap so many people in the world. You possess an inner strength that allows you to question, to observe, and to hold on to your truth with unwavering loyalty. This makes you a threat to those who rely on the silence, compliance, and obedience of others to maintain their power. The mere fact that you cannot be easily controlled sends ripples of discomfort through those who thrive on a world where questions go unasked and the truth is ignored. You are a force of disruption, and for that reason, you are feared. You may have noticed that when you refuse to conform, it often unsettles others. People who are threatened by your autonomy may attempt to label you as difficult, rebellious, or even dangerous. But in reality, you are simply being true to yourself. In a world that places value on compliance and conformity, the act of living in your truth becomes a revolutionary act, one that challenges the very fabric of the control systems designed to maintain the status quo. This act of authenticity is a silent rebellion against the pressures that try to force you into a mold, and it is this rebellion that shakes the foundations of the illusion. Unlike others, you possess an unbreakable will. Where others may be silenced, you choose to speak. Where others may turn away, you face things head-on. This refusal to conform is not born out of rebellion or anger. It is an innate strength that allows you to see through the illusions and uphold the truth in its purest form. You are not easily intimidated by threats or coercion. Your spirit is grounded in something far greater than the fleeting opinions or expectations of the world around you. You are connected to a deeper truth, one that cannot be shaken or swayed by external forces. In every generation, there are a few souls who are sent here with a divine purpose to disrupt the darkness and bring light to a world that desperately needs it. You are one of those souls. Even if you are not yet fully aware of your potential, there are forces in the universe that recognize what you are capable of. They see your ability to inspire, to shine light in the darkest corners, and to spark hope where there is none. But there are also those who fear this power. They see the potential for your courage to ignite the courage of others, to start a ripple effect of change that can transform entire societies. And they will do everything in their power to stop you from fulfilling your purpose. When you refuse to be controlled, you become a beacon of empowerment for others. Your courage, your ability to live in your truth, becomes a silent invitation for others to step into their own power. For those who rely on manipulation and control, this is unacceptable. They cannot afford to let your light shine, for it exposes the cracks in their carefully constructed facades. The danger you represent is not one of physical force or violence, it is the danger of awakening. You bring with you the light of awareness, of consciousness, of free will. This light has the power to expose the truth, and once people see the truth, there is no going back. They cannot be deceived again. The illusion crumbles, and there is no returning to the comfort of ignorance. You represent the end of illusions, the collapse of false narratives, and this is why you are seen as a threat. You are unstoppable because you cannot be broken, silenced, or confined. You are a force that moves through life, unshaken by the shadows and the falsehoods that seek to hold you back. Your very existence challenges the foundation of those who thrive on control, and for that reason they fear you. You are a living reminder to others of what it means to live in truth. And this is what makes you such a powerful force for change. If you are ready to fully embrace this purpose, to step into your power and amplify the light that resides within you, the obsidian inner order, powered by astral atom, is where you can come to cultivate and refine that power. We are here to help you harness the potential that is already inside you, through modern manifestation mechanics that will transform your courage into a force that not only disrupts darkness, but also empowers others to rise alongside you. This is your time to become the light they fear, to initiate a transformation that goes beyond just you. It's time to embrace your role as a catalyst for change, and you don't have to do it alone. The link is in the description, and we are here to guide you every step of the way. Embrace this truth, for it is your greatest strength. Chosen ones, those destined to make a difference in this world, possess a unique gift, the ability to see through the facades, the masks, the layers of deception that others remain blind to. It is as if you were born with eyes that can pierce through the illusion, revealing the truth that lies beneath. In a world full of masks, you carry a vision that is unclouded and unshaken. You see things as they truly are, not as they pretend to be. And this gift makes you a powerful force in unmasking the darkness that surrounds us. You may have found yourself noticing subtle signs, patterns, and hidden motives that others overlook. Your awareness sets you apart, allowing you to read between the lines and understand the intentions behind words and actions. You can sense when something is off, even when no one else can see it. This heightened awareness is both a gift and a burden. It allows you to navigate the world with clarity, but it also means you are more attuned to the deception, the manipulation, and the lies that so many others are blissfully unaware of. It can be isolating at times, but know that this awareness is a crucial part of your purpose. It is your ability to see the truth that will guide others toward awakening. Your purpose is not to be liked or accepted by everyone. As a chosen one, your very existence challenges the comfort of those who prefer to stay hidden in the shadows. Your light, though radiant and powerful, can feel uncomfortable to those who are not ready to face the truth. The attempts to dim your light are often subtle, disguised behind warm smiles, friendly advice, or well-meaning warnings that may seem harmless on the surface. These tactics are designed to make you second-guess yourself, to plant seeds of doubt in your heart, and to deter you from fully embracing the power that resides within you. From an early age, you may have felt the weight of these subtle attacks, often disguised as discouragement or isolation. Others, family, friends, even mentors may have tried to keep you on a path that felt more conventional, less disruptive. They may have believed they were acting in your best interest, trying to protect you from the challenges that come with being a truth bearer. What they didn't realize is that their words, however well-intentioned, were attempting to suppress the very essence of who you are. Your spirit was never meant to fit into a box, to live within the constraints of societal expectations. Your calling is to break boundaries, to transcend limitations, and to lead others into the light of truth. Isolation is a tool often used to silence you, to make you feel alone, misunderstood, or out of place. Negative forces hope that you will eventually question your worth or purpose, and in those moments of doubt, seek the approval and validation of others. But remember, the isolation you experience is not a punishment. It is not a reflection of your failure. Instead, it is a sacred part of your journey. You are called to walk a solitary path, not because you are unworthy of companionship, but because your purpose is unique and requires a strength that cannot be found in the validation of the world around you. Your calling is so powerful that it demands that you become comfortable with solitude, learning to trust the wisdom and light within yourself. Manipulation is another tactic often used to try to suppress your potential. There will be those who attempt to convince you that the gifts you carry are a burden, that the light you shine is something to be hidden. They may use tactics like guilt, shame, or even gaslighting to make you feel as though you are wrong for being true to yourself. These people might tell you that your dreams are unrealistic, that your intuition is flawed, or that your purpose is misguided. But these are all forms of manipulation designed to keep you from fully embracing your unique path. Their fear of your power drives them to try and make you feel small, insignificant, or as if you are somehow flawed for seeking truth and authenticity. What they fail to understand is that your gifts are not a burden, they are your greatest strength, your contribution to the world. No matter how hard others try to suppress your light, you must remember one fundamental truth: nothing, no discouragement, no manipulation, no isolation, can ever diminish your true power. These efforts to suppress you are like clouds that momentarily obscure the sun. They may create temporary shadows, but they can never extinguish the light. Your spirit was designed to withstand trials, to grow stronger with each attempt to weaken it. The more resistance you face, the brighter you shine, for your power does not come from external sources. It is rooted deep within you, a force that cannot be touched or tampered with. It is untouchable, eternal, and indomitable. Each time someone tries to dim your light, it is simply a confirmation of your strength and purpose. If your light were not powerful, if your purpose were not significant, there would be no effort to suppress you. The resistance you face is not a reflection of your inadequacy, rather, it is a testament to the importance of your mission. Take every challenge, every attempt to bring you down, as a form of validation, a sign that you are on the right path. With each obstacle you overcome, you grow closer to fulfilling your destiny. As a chosen one, you are naturally drawn to reveal truths, to challenge the status quo, and to bring clarity to situations clouded by lies. This is not a choice for you, it is an intrinsic part of who you are. Your light compels you to expose the darkness, to bring hidden truths to the surface, even when it is uncomfortable for others. To the world you may seem like a disruptor, someone who stirs up trouble. But in reality, you are a healer. By exposing lies, by calling out falsehoods, you create the space for authenticity and healing. You pave the way for transformation, for the kind of change that can only occur when the truth is seen and acknowledged. As you continue to walk this path, you will face resistance. People will label you as difficult, as a troublemaker, or even as an enemy. But these labels are merely a reflection of the discomfort your truth brings to those who live in darkness. You are a mirror that reflects the parts of themselves they are not ready to face. Not everyone is prepared to see the truth that you reveal, and some may even resent you for it. Your ability to see the truth is not just for your own benefit, it is meant to serve others as well. As a chosen one, you carry the light of truth with you wherever you go, and this light naturally exposes what others would prefer to keep hidden. This is why you often find yourself in situations where secrets are revealed or harmful intentions come to the surface, even when that was never your intention. Your presence alone shifts the energy, forces things to come to light. For those who thrive in the shadows, your ability to see through facades is a direct threat. They rely on their masks, on their ability to deceive and manipulate, and your mere awareness disrupts that balance. Your light forces others to confront parts of themselves they would rather ignore. And for some, this confrontation is something they simply cannot handle. They fear you not because of what you do, but because of what you represent, the truth that they are running from. And remember, Chosen one, the journey you are on is not an easy one, but it is your destiny. Embrace the challenges you face, for each one is shaping you into the powerful force you are destined to become. You are not alone, even when it feels like you are. The light you carry is your strength, and no matter how much others try to dim it, it will continue to shine. Your purpose is greater than any resistance, any isolation, any manipulation. Stay true to who you are, and trust that every obstacle is a step closer to the fulfillment of your destiny. To fully embrace your calling as a chosen one is to accept the profound responsibility of being a force of change in a world that often resists transformation. This is not a title of ego or arrogance, but a deep recognition of the immense power you carry within you, a power that challenges the established order and shakes the very foundation of falsehoods. Embracing this role means understanding that you were never meant to conform or fit into the mold that society has created. You are meant to be a force that breaks barriers, that defies limitations, and that cannot be contained or subdued. Being a chosen one means walking a path that others may fear to tread. It means stepping into the unknown with courage, facing the darkness with a flame of light that cannot be extinguished. Your journey is not one of convenience or comfort, but of purpose and divine calling. The obstacles you face are merely stepping stones leading you to a greater mission that transcends your own personal desires. Every challenge you encounter is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve, to affirm your commitment to the light, and to show the world that you are here to fulfill your mission, no matter the cost. Persistence, for a chosen one, is not merely a trait, it is a spiritual act. It is a clear and resolute statement to the universe that you are here to fulfill your purpose, regardless of the circumstances. It is your persistence that becomes the beacon of your soul's truth, a beacon that shines in the darkest of times. Each time you choose to continue on your path, despite the struggles and setbacks, you are honoring the calling within you. Your persistence is a testimony to the strength and resilience of your spirit. It declares your refusal to be broken by the forces that seek to keep you from your destiny. This persistence is not driven by a desire for recognition or an inflated sense of self. It is fueled by a deep, unwavering knowing that your journey is divinely guided and protected. It is a quiet confidence, a certainty that the universe has a plan for you, and that you are walking in alignment with that divine plan. Your persistence is a form of spiritual warfare, a declaration that you will not allow the darkness around you to dim your light. Every step you take forward, despite the adversity, challenges the forces that wish to keep the world in shadow. Negative forces are disturbed by your resilience because they know that you refuse to submit to their will. Your light shines, despite their efforts to snuff it out, and in doing so, you remind them that their power is limited. With every obstacle you overcome, you grow stronger. The challenges you face are not there to defeat you, but to prepare you for the larger purpose you are meant to fulfill. Think of each struggle as a piece of armor, each layer of difficulty fortifying you against future battles. This armor may not be visible to the naked eye, but it is felt deep within your spirit. It is the wisdom you gain from each experience, the strength that becomes unshakable, and the resilience that no longer falters in the face of hardship. Each hardship is a teacher, guiding you, molding you, and preparing you for the greater mission ahead. The significance of your persistence goes beyond just your own growth. It extends to the impact it has on others. When people witness your journey, they are inspired by your resilience. Your story becomes a beacon for those who are lost or struggling, a testament to the fact that it is possible to keep going, despite the odds stacked against you. You may never fully realize the depth of your impact, the lives you touch, and the souls you awaken, simply by choosing to rise again and again. In this way, your persistence becomes a form of healing, a light that shines not just for you, but for others to follow. The persistence, for a chosen one, is also a spiritual inheritance. It connects you to those who came before, the souls who walked difficult paths, who faced unimaginable trials, but who pressed on nonetheless. You are part of a lineage of warriors, healers, truth-bearers, and visionary souls who understood that their journey was not just for their own benefit, but for all those who would come after. When you persist, you honor their legacy, carrying forward the torch that was passed down through generations of those who fought for truth, for justice, and for the light. Above all, your persistence is proof of your divine protection. Every time you overcome an obstacle, you are reminded that you are not alone. You are guided and supported by forces greater than this world, forces that are unseen, but always present. This journey is not without pain, but it is never without purpose. Your persistence is a declaration of faith, a choice to trust in the path that has been laid before you. With every step you take, you are walking closer to fulfilling the mission you were destined for, a mission that no darkness or force of opposition can overcome. As you embrace your role as a chosen one, you must also learn to protect your energy. The light within you is sacred, and it must be guarded carefully. As you step into this role more fully, you may find yourself becoming more selective about the people, places, and situations you engage with. This is not an act of separation, but one of preservation. The path of a chosen one is demanding, and your energy is a precious resource that must be used wisely. By protecting it, you ensure that you can continue to serve your purpose without being drained or diminished. Your energy is the source of your strength, and by keeping it intact, you guarantee that you will have the vitality and clarity needed to fulfill your mission. Your purpose, ultimately, is to prove to the universe that no force, no person, and no circumstance can keep you from being the powerful soul you were born to be. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to demonstrate the strength and resilience of your spirit. You are here to fulfill a greater purpose, and no amount of adversity can deter you from that path. In our journey of faith, standing firm in our God-given identity often means we must be prepared for resistance. As followers of Christ, we are called to trust in God's plan for us, even when the world doesn't understand or support our path. Like the Apostle Paul writes in Romans 8 verse 31, "If God is for us, who can be against us? The opposition we face, whether out of fear, jealousy, or misunderstanding, does not define us. It only reveals the discomfort others may feel in the presence of God's truth and light." We are not here to seek approval, but to fulfill God's purpose for our lives, regardless of who accepts or rejects us. At times, this journey may feel isolating, as if we are walking a path alone. But as Isaiah 41 verse 10 reminds us, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you." This solitude is not punishment, but preparation. It is in these quiet moments that we are drawn closer to God's will and are equipped with the wisdom and clarity to face the challenges ahead. Through prayer and reflection, we begin to understand our calling on a deeper level. Though the path may be solitary at times, we are never truly alone. God places kindred spirits on our journey, fellow believers who share in the mission of bringing light into a dark world. Together, we are a community of faith, spreading love, hope, and truth. As we remain steadfast in our faith, we become beacons of God's light, guiding others towards His salvation.